Now we're going to move now to another front in the fight over gay and lesbian rights, and it's the military's controversial Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy. It is a policy that has cost our armed forces highly qualified soldiers simply because of their sexuality. President Obama, he promised to do away with the policy, but the latest word from the Pentagon is that the issue has been put on the back burner. But a group of alumni from West Point, they're pushing for action now instead of later. Our Veteran Affairs reporter Carolyn Rose, she joins us now with that story.
Well, Rich, this new group of about 50 gay and lesbian West Point alumni say those that are risking their lives fighting for our country should not be forced to lie about who means the most to them, no matter their gender.
For me, I'll say that I grew up being taught by my parents never ever to lie.
Becky Canis says when she realized her sophomore year at West Point Military Academy that she is a lesbian, she had no choice but to hide who she really is.
I was questioned twice, and in fact, in one of the times specifically, I lied about it. And so I think for quite a while I felt some guilt about that, and now the way I see it is no one should have asked me that. This was before Don't Ask, Don't Tell. It was just not appropriate for anyone to be concerned about that.
She and other lesbian friends secretly supporting one another, constantly in fear.
Some of the best friendships I have to this day, but also there were times when none of us would hang out with each other or talk to each other because we were afraid that by association we might lose our ability to continue doing what was really important to us.
Becky went on to serve her country for 9 years, but walked away from a promising military career because she didn't want to hide her sexuality anymore.
On the day that I got out of the Army, I very intentionally told everybody I knew that I was gay. Just wanted to let you know that this is why I got out. And in fact, I think I told well over 100 people.
Now Becky has taken on a new post as head of a new group of West Point alumni called Knights Out. Their mission to end the military's policy, Don't Ask, Don't Tell. The controversial policy refers to military personnel not asking recruits their sexual orientation. In turn, service members are prohibited from saying if they're homosexual. It came out as a compromise during the Clinton years. Previously, only straight men and women were allowed in the military. Clinton wanted gays to serve openly.
The way the policy is asks people to lie about very benign things about their personal life. It's not even about your sexuality, but about who's important to you in your life specifically.
President Obama has promised to swiftly end the policy. The administration says the president is consulting with the Pentagon on the issue, but has not given a time frame for any decision.
Certainly what he said is encouraging, but we've been down this road before where people have said encouraging things and it didn't pan out. In fact, it ended up being in some ways even worse. So we think by telling our truth, we'll be able to help push this over the edge this time.
Now, a spokesperson for West Point says a federal academy can't have relationships with other groups or companies besides their own alumni group. The alumni group tells me in a statement a formal relationship with any group that might be perceived as the West Point AOG's encouragement of violations of the current existing DoD policy is not possible. At the same time, however, we appreciate all our alumni who have honorably served and continue to play vital roles in both the military and private sectors. Rich?